My last one, there's no line for it, but Sunday morning, I would advise all of our listeners to take a look at whatever the Chase Daniel over-under for passing yards is. He should be in there. Stafford has COVID. He won't be practicing. He also is a little bit injured. So, with a backup quarterback, you might expect a conservative game plan or a run-heavy offense, but Chase Daniel is not a typical backup quarterback. Chase Daniels slings it.
He's good.
Yeah, and whenever I've seen him start a game, he is given the green light to just throw the ball downfield. He has actually a playing style comparison to Drew Brees with a slightly better arm. So I expect him to really get production even without Kenny Golladay, who I think is trying to just force his way out of Detroit.
Is Kenny not playing?
Kenny's on the fence. There's a hip injury in play.
Jeez. Yeah. And do you think if Stafford keeps testing negative, I know he tested negative yesterday, if he gets a couple more negative tests, they won't just fly him out there to play?
I mean, they might. This is a game that would kind of validate any playoff hopes we have.
Right.
And Everson Griffin being on the squad makes it, we're pretty fired up to play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Stafford could well play in this. It is Stafford's team, but I mean, if you just look at the math of the diagnosis, I would expect Chase Daniel to get the start. And in every game I've ever seen Chase Daniel play, he just throws downfield. He's a Mizzou quarterback. We know what Mizzou quarterbacks are. They're gunslingers.
Do you think the Lions can still win with Chase Daniel?
Yeah, just because of the correction. If one team looks great the previous week, one team
they fall
terrible.
off. Yeah.
The Vikings looked too good last week. I hated that matchup for the Lions from just because the Colts were off a bye and they get really frustrated with creative play calling like Frank Reich is a master of against the meat and potatoes Vikings offense. This is a game the Lions can win with Chase Daniels. This is a game the Lions can win without. And that being said, they're probably going to lose by 10.
Yep.
Right? They don't